April, TBR, coming up today.
The best month of the year, right? Right?
Well, just because your birthday's in it, little guy? Is that what it is?
Yeah. Happy birthday, crypto, April 10th.
Woo, woo, woo.
Guess how old I'll be?
Aren't you 2 years older than me? So you're 42? 43. You turn 43.
Yeah, I'll be 43. Yeah.
Yeah, you turn a year up plus for me. So yeah, you're 43. You old man. Oh.
Hey, I got the greatest show it too, homie.
Do you have, how is your experience? So I was just talking to a friend about this. Pre-2020, Una, not too bad, right? Like, you know, I got injured every now and then. Post-2020, Una, my body's a wreck.
Yeah, I'm almost on my way out. I don't know if it's a coincidence of the pandemic coinciding with us hitting into our 40s, but I mean, I've read things and seen things and watched videos and stuff that, you know, probably without, you know, medicine and diets and, you know, exercise and whatnot, like human lifespan is like 30s and 40s if you go back in time in history, right? So like we are at the end of our normal lives for most of humanity, except for the last couple of 100 years that we've gotten medicine and hygiene, clean water, plumbing, all those things that allow us to live healthier lives. And of course, modern medicine allows you to live into your 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. That's kind of unrealistic for a mass majority of the population, right? So I think it's kind of a coincidence, but yes, I wake up more days in pain than I do not. It really does kind of hit you when you're 40. And I thought always, oh, you know, when you hit 40 or 45 or 50, you really start feeling it. And they weren't lying.
Do you think, which one of us is going to need bifocals first for when we're reading?
Well, I just went to the eye doctor in January and my vision was still perfect. 2020 for my reading vision. Now, my eyesight distance-wise has gotten a little worse, and I do wear glasses / contacts, but I'm going to go with you. I'm
going to go with me too, actually. Every time I go in, it's just a little bit worse, and they're like, cataracts, still kind of, or not cataracts. Is that what it's called? Not cataracts. What's the other C word?
I don't think we can say that on this channel.
No, it is most certainly not that word. Let's talk about some books here because I'm going to be doing some wicked traveling here where I'm gone 3 of 4 weeks, essentially, kind of April-ish time zone here. So you're going to see me in a hotel in the Bellagio this month. You're going to see me pre-record some videos where I'm actually in Ireland running around pretending that I'm a cool person.
You are.
I feel cool when I'm in Ireland, that's for sure.
Yeah, you're American. You're fancy. You got the cool accent.
Yeah. I gotta admit, it was a pretty big culture shock for me the first time I went to Ireland because I don't watch like I've got some friends that have like BritBox TV, right? So they're very used to Irish and English accents and such, and I'm not. Right, like I fully admit that there were some areas that I could not understand sometimes some of the local Irish thick accents. It was very difficult to pick up on. Where I'm like, I'm sorry, can you say that again? And it was kind of embarrassing because like I'm like I speak your language fluently, but I can't understand sometimes the incongruencies. Like my favorite example was I got in a cab car, and I said, he's like, "Where are you going?" I'm like, "Going to the train station." He goes, "Well, how you getting on?" And I'm like, well, I got this ticket. Like I thought he was genuinely concerned about how I was going to get on. Like he knew like a deal. He goes, no, I'm asking how you're doing, how you getting on. And I'm like, oh, sorry. Like,
oh, I understand. Yeah, I would have not have got that either. I think, isn't that probably more like dialect though than, I mean, I get the understanding of, you know, an accent and the struggling with it. I'm sure that many people, you know, in different parts of our country, especially when you go into some of the places that people talk really fast, like in the New England areas, or you have the Bayou areas, or the heavy Southern Cajun accents that has a combination of kind of Frenchy English language. But I mean, that's more the vernacular of the words of like saying what's up to somebody 200 years ago. They'd been like, what do you mean what's up?
No, I mean, I gave you an example of like idioms and local colloquialisms that, but no, cool. Like straight up, like there was times that I did not understand the words and I felt really embarrassed about it.
Oh, well, I don't think you should be.
All right, so what are we covering this month? I'm pretty sure the Bellagio filming will be her lips were copper wire, Calling Jesus, and Box Seat by Gene Toomer. And I guess that kind of leads me into the next thing, is that we're going to finish Kane this month. So we're going to be launching the Cabinets talk, which is like kind of like the play-like presentation at the end. And I'm trying, we'll see if we make it work, but I'm trying to get together with Jack again, because we had an amazing discussion on No Longer Human with Jack. Hopefully we can have a similar experience with Kane.
I kind of want to say no. Like, I don't want to finish it. It's
the collection you're saying. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I want to finish it, but it's bittersweet because it's been such an amazing journey. It's been, I think, an important part of our channel and my education and personal growth, and I just enjoyed so much of Toomer. I really don't want it to end in that regard. I know he has more things that we can read, but this is so good. So good. I'm happy and sad all at the same time.
I was actually reading this because, I'm a video game player that I actually don't finish video games. Like, same thing. I don't want them to end. So I actually self-sabotage, and I've never beaten Sephiroth in Final Fantasy VII. And that's my favorite video game of all time. And I was reading this psychology article that talked about how people have this, what was the term? It was like this idea that you pervert a perfect experience. The same thing that people have with sequels, about how, the sequel's going to ruin the character or the universe, even though it's like just a totally different experience in movie, it's going to pervert that memory or that experience that you have in your mind. And I wonder if that's kind of what you're thinking about, because also we're covering The Mother by James Joyce, which means we're only 2 stories away from finishing Dubliners as well.
Oh, I hate you, man. This is awful. My wife and I sat down the other night to watch season 3 of Ted Lasso, the start of it, and she was having anxiety, and she was very nervous of, like, I love the first 2 seasons. It's one of my favorite shows of all time. Like, what if they mess up the characters? What if it isn't as funny? What if it isn't as witty? What if I don't enjoy it? And I get it. That's the same thing of, like, what if the next chapter isn't as good in Kane? What if the ending? What if we get to that last story of Dubliners and it all falls apart? What happens then? Like, we can't end on that bad of note.
Everything's subjective, but I've read both of these all the way through, and I will, as your guide through them, I will tell you that they will not disappoint.
You're a liar, though. You deceive me.
This is true. This is true.
You sit on a throne of lies.
I am lying to you right now. Oh, what's that paradox where you say one of the things I've told you is a lie, and then you're like, wait, is that thing that you're saying right now the lie, and then the other thing is true? Or
dang it! And you just said that both Kane and Dubliners end well. Oh, I hate you.
One of these things is a lie.
Oh, God.
All right. So in terms of the docket, we only have 2 other short stories. Okay. So we're finishing up Kane. That's kind of like our big push this month, which I'm excited about. I think you're going to like the ending. I really do. Dubliners, as you know, the greatest short story collection of all time, in my view. I think you're going to continue to love that. Well, now that I'm going to Ireland, we should plan to film something for the Before Dubliners video while I'm there. I don't know. Maybe we should figure that out. Well, we got 2 short stories. That outside of that, we've got The Student by Chekhov. We haven't visited our boy Anton Chekhov in quite some time now, sir.
It's been like, what, a year?
Mm-hmm.
It's been a while since we've hit an Anton Chekhov. Yeah, long time.
Yeah, we just recently recorded that The Secret Miracle by Borges short story. There's a quote in The Student that I think is very relevant to talk about for that Borges stories too. So we'll get into that one. That one's I won't give any spoilers, but it's some people's favorite Chekhov. It's not mine, but I think it's got some discussion points. We'll see how that one goes. And then another old favorite that we haven't returned to in a while, Catherine Mansfield. We're going to do At the Bay.
We haven't done Mansfield in 6-8 months either. It's been a while, I'm sure. That's great. Some oldies but goodies. Two good solid ones with Kane and Dubliners. April, man, you just giving me birthday gifts left and right. You do love me.
Boom, boom, boom. Well, I mean, I don't know how many more months you have left in you, so we got to get you all the good literature.
Oh, that's rough. You cut me real deep there. Real deep.
Yeah. Well, okay. In the spirit of, if they're like, why are they so crazy tonight? Like, we've both had these crazy weeks that we're just ready to kind of relax. This is our Friday night. This is how we chill. It's just hanging out. So if you're older than 43, I don't actually think you got to rib your friend on their birthday. Like, that's kind of required. That's what you're experiencing right here is some of that hazing, if you will.
Yeah, well, I think it'll be Easter weekend for my birthday, so and we'll get to record that week, so that's positive. But yeah, it's all in good fun and love. I'm not really dying, people. You're not getting rid of me that easy.
You are 100% dying. It's just the same rate that you've died the rest of your life.
Well, only when I get to the halfway point, right?
Hey, there's another callback to the Secret Miracle by Borges. Wow. Hey, guys, we should go watch The Secret Miracle by Borges. That's a really influential story, apparently, in our lives.
Yeah, and click the like button and subscribe, too. And leave a comment down below on that video and this video. Help the algorithm.
All right, guys. Thanks for spending some time with us today. What are you reading in April? We'd love to hear from you in the comments down below. We're always looking for ideas. And as a reminder, we didn't talk about it, but pretty soon, Ulysses. If I could... it's really hard to point in reverse here. Ulysses. We're going to be doing that soon. Hope to see you on the journey there. My name's Benuna. Peace.
Peace.